Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday Shuffle. Like always, these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may or may not resonate. So take it resonates, leave it does not. And if there's more than one energy here today, then reverse those energies as you see fit. What's going on, please, for Capricorn? Show me, Capricorn. I do hope your new year is off to a fantastic start. And P.S., I hope you will join me for the bin month on January. We're going to announce some exciting channel updates. What's going on, please? Show me, Capricorn. Show me, Capricorn. A little bit of patience, please, as I navigate and develop that muscle memory between looking at the table and speaking into the mic. It's a brand new mic, and I love it. It's great, but you really got to speak into it. So if you hear the voice fade, it's because I'm not being aware. I am developing it right now as we speak, that skill. When I'm down at the big desk, no problem. I have this fantastic arm attachment that pretty much force feeds it into my face. But up here, the space is not so generous. So I have to remember to speak into the mic. What's going on, please? Show me, Capricorn. Show me, Capricorn. Show me, Capricorn. What's going on, please, for Capricorn? And this microphone should answer any and all questions about my voice. Is that your real speaking voice? Yes, it's my real speaking voice. Now, we should be able to hear. I get mixed reviews on my voice. I've been sharing this because it's just funny to me. You put your career online, you open yourself to any and all things for feedback you weren't looking for. And what I didn't expect was so much commentary on my voice. Is that yes, it's my real voice. It's like, oh, your voice is so sexy, it's so deep. I hate your voice. I've always hated your voice. I can't stand it. I can laugh about it because I'm used to it. If you put your career online, you best have thick skin, honey, because you're going to get all sorts of stuff back that you weren't expecting. Okay, 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. Yeah, Judgment. Temperance, good. I'm glad to see that you're on that pathway. I can tell things have been a little stagnant for a minute. And we want to take care of this. We want to, because Judgment's here. That's kind of like Spirit's way of saying, hey, it's overdue. Let's take care of this, please. Don't you? We want you to. We want you to live your best life, not feeling like this, down in the dumps and upset every day. We don't want this. It's ongoing. We're sick of it. We think you're sick of it too. Let's do something about it. And I see that happening towards the end here with Temperance. Beautiful sense of healing and internal reflection. And you know, guys, we can get stuck in these particular ruts for one reason or another. It's on us to kind of recognize it, and then once we recognize it, to do something about it, okay? And I know it's easier said than done, and I'm not picking on anybody. It's not a judgment call. It's just between judgment, literally. That's the only thing it does take up a lot of visual space, doesn't it? You know, between judgment and temperance here, it just tells me it's time. It's time. And the Capricorn I'm looking at, it's like, yeah, it's time. I know it's time. All right, let's take a look at that 7 of Pentacles. Show me. Show me that 7 of Pentacles, please. Show me that 7 of Pentacles, please. Sometimes I can't help but notice, Capricorn, honey, consistent as your sign typically is, I've been getting readings for you that's like, man, you're on it, you're on top of it, you go, you're almost done, congratulations to what's going on. So what is going on? 8 of Wands. The 7 of Pentacles, there it is, Death. See, you want it to be done too. Whatever this stagnation crap is, you want it to be done. And also, P.S., you want to stop thinking about it, and you want to stop talking about it. You want it to be over. If something's not growing on the vine, let it be done. And that's what's so infuriating with that 7 of Pentacles. I know the frustration. It's really getting irritating to cultivate a garden, and you can see it in reality. 3D. You don't argue with the Pentacle energy. It's either there or it's not, right? And you can have something grow, and then you notice, did my garden stop growing? I'm doing the same thing. I have my watering schedule, I got the fertilizing schedule, I know when to harvest, I know how to prune, I weed, I know how to take care of my garden. Why did it stop growing? What's going on? I don't like this. And every now and again you go out there, you scratch your head because it doesn't look any better. The days pass, and the weeks pass, and the months pass, and the seasons pass, and it doesn't seem to be any worse. Doesn't seem to be any better. And so the idea is there anything else you can do to get it back on track for growth, for profit, Something. And this is in context not just to work, guys, but also in relationships. Anything where that metaphor fits of where it started to grow and then it topped out, and I haven't seen any improvement since. And I still give it the same amount of attention that I always did. What's the problem? Right? And that's, you've been talking about the problem. 8 of Wands. And now you're tired of talking about the problem. Like, talking is not helping improve this. Scrap it. Death. And that's not an extreme reaction. No, this is not an extreme reaction. I'll tell you why. If you are familiar with tarot at all, you should know that 7 of Pentacles implies time. All Pentacle implies time. Because again, it's realistic and it takes time to grow these things. So you don't just randomly scrap your garden after putting all those years of attentive energy into it and effort and all that other stuff. So when you're telling me you're scrapping it because you're tired of talking about it, you're tired of thinking about it, it upsets you, this is not how you wanted it to be, nonetheless, you're taking it very seriously. He's like, I'm tired of this underdeveloped garden. I haven't gotten much from it from years, and my tending to it hasn't changed. I've always been consistent with it. I see that. So I'm not going to argue with you, and I don't want you to argue with yourself. I want you to accept it for what it is. It takes a huge amount of work as a spiritual being to accept something the way it is and say, Capricorn, this isn't going to improve. We've got to man up, we've got to woman up and tell ourselves this. Accept it. If it was going to improve, it would have done so by now. Yes. And you're at that point now where you're so sick of the discussion, you're probably like half ready to turn this message off because you're tired of thinking about it. Well, good news, death is here. I thought you were going to be like, I'm putting that off, I'm going to put that off. You already did it. You already put it off. You're tired of putting it off. You're done with dealing with it, whatever it is. But that doesn't mean you're happy about it, right? Let's see that 4 of Cups, please. Nevertheless, there's still a lesson here. Fine. Fine. Getting rid of it wasn't the lesson, Capricorn. Stop giving yourself to it. Yeah, you know. Let's see that 4 of Cups, please. Show me that 4 of Cups. Let's see that 4 of Cups, please. This is definitely going to be one of those situations where the tarot lady said, well, you knew before I did. I can't tell you anything that you don't already know. So it either resonates or it doesn't. What most people want is confirmation of what's happening. Like, tell me I'm not crazy. Oh God, but what if I am? Yeah, in this situation, you're not crazy. It just took you to a while to arrive to what it is you were supposed to do. Oh, hey, look at you. I love this. Look at that optimism. That's great. You're like, I don't know how and I don't know when, but by God, I'm going to have another adventure. I'm so sick of this. This is great. This is great. I thought you were going to show me something. Sometimes I start out really strong, especially for those earth signs. This is how it is, and I'm not going to deal with it right now. I'm not going to deal with it right now. And then you're like, no, I'm going to do the opposite of that. Good job. I'm serious. I never know sometimes. A Capricorn, like I said, you've been surprising me. Either I'm on the road to this, I'm on top of it, I got it, I understand it, I'm insights of it. You still have a lesson here, don't get me wrong. But again, you're already taking the necessary steps. You're preceding my own thoughts here. This is fantastic. This is absolutely freaking fantastic. I caught that one. So we went from upset and unhappy and uncertain. But by God, you're determined to have better days with better enthusiasm and more energy. The Knight of Wands to the Fool. Heck yes. Heck yes. I don't know when it's going to hit you. I just know that once you're done with the 4 of Cups and you're done processing the emotional disappointment of having to scrap this, literally scrap it, once you've got done processing that and the confusion and why did it end up this way, once you're done with all that, you're going to have a fantastic energy spike. The Knight of Wands to the Fool. That's going to make you want to try an adventure again. Any new pathway that feels right to you, correct you, that you can actually put your energy into and feel positive about it. Not pessimistic or cynical, but optimistic. Okay. And happy to try. More than happy to try. That's beautiful. But let's make sure we learned our lessons before we just go tripping out the front door. You know, because you know how Spirit is. They're absolute stickler for those lessons, lest we repeat them. All right. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Let's do it. Capricorn, I am so happy for you. This is excellent. Once more, I'm on it. And sometimes you're not. But when you are, you are. All right. Show me Judgment, please. Two of Wands, Devil, that's you. Okay, Six of Cups. Sometimes you have to make uncomfortable decisions with the stuff that matters to you most. Okay. Not all Six of the Cups are the same. Sometimes, because they're so special to us and so unique, and they are, Six of Cups are supposed to be unique by definition. It's a soul bond energy. That means that they have a job to do, or you have a job to do. Most likely the both of you have a job to do towards each other in order to leave a lasting impression, lesson, a memory, something that you're meant to carry with you, but that doesn't mean you always get to carry the connection. You have a lesson in this. You didn't want to let this connection go at all. But there's something out of it that would not develop. And it doesn't have to be romantic, guys. You can have a Six of Cups with anybody. Family, co-workers, whatever. It's just, it's different. It feels different. It hits different because it is different. It was meant to have a lasting impression. But again, lasting impression versus keeping the connection throughout the lifetime are two different things. People conflate the two. Just because you have a special bond, it can very often mean a lesson in that moment in time, or for those years that you knew them. But it's no guarantee that we get to keep them in our life. You have a lesson in this. When it's time to let something go, because it cannot be more than what it is, it's time to let it go. Whatever this was, it could not be more than what it promised to be. It topped out how it topped out. And you kicking rocks saying, this garden's got to grow, man. No, it wasn't supposed to. It wasn't supposed to be on a certain point. We can't do anything beyond what it's meant to be. We can't force a connection to be more than it is. We can't make it grow more than it wants to. That connection, as sweet as it is, and as attached to it as you clearly are, it serves its purpose. It's imparted upon you a lesson that you already have with you. And letting the connection go, well, that's different. It's harder. You know this. Or this is a lesson you're meant to learn. They're kind of like FY at Capricorn. Before you walk out the door of your new adventure, remember to take this with you. Okay? Not all soul bonds are meant to stay in this life. But remember to take from them what you need to take from them in order to successfully move forward in other connections. It's been a long day, so my lisp is kicking in. But yeah, I think that's fair. That's a fair lesson. And I know it seems obvious if you are into the spiritual practices such as tarot readers and astrology and things like that. When you're into the spiritual practices, that's like lesson 101. Not everyone you meet is meant to stay in your life. Not all soul bonds or soulmates are romantic in nature. Many of them we surround ourselves with in some way. Family, special friends, alliances, whatever. They hit different because they're meant to leave an impact. You wouldn't have noticed it with any other person, just them. That doesn't mean they stay. But that doesn't make them any less precious to you either. Forcing them to stay and forcing it to be something it's not, that's when it loses its specialness or uniqueness. And that's when you need to let it go. A butterfly has wings, it was meant to fly. We can't ask a butterfly to become an elephant. You understand? It's not supposed to be. But yeah, before you go, like I said, tripping out the front door, take those lessons with you. Because there's a good chance, if that's true, then you're out the door on the next adventure to connect with someone else. That could be another soul structure. I don't know. I'm just happy that you're happy about it. You're enthusiastic. You're all but jumping out the door, honey. All right, show me Temperance, please. Okay, so it's looking like you've more or less arrived to this conclusion here at the start of the year. And I'm seeing you feeling better by spring. Okay? And willing to go on a new adventure in some way, whatever way that energy takes you. All right? All right. Show me Temperance. Show me Temperance. Long-term healing here. Queen of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. There you go. There you go. See, you're much more aware of all this. You're much more enlightened on air. It's like you remembered it or you re-remembered or whatever it is, but you're standing up more firmly in your energy, and that's all I really care about. If Temperance here, Queen of Swords, you understand you have an active job, okay, to heal your heart, but to also live through the best parts of you that feel right because they are right. Don't forget to love yourself. You cannot, Nine of Cups, be your own wish fulfillment unless you know how to love yourself. So that means tackling head on anything that hurts. Don't avoid it. Don't allow it to linger in the shadows. Bring it forward to actively work through it. And in so doing, you will love yourself more. You'll be all right, in other words. Okay? Okay. Very good. All right. I was convinced. You're like, oh no, you're going to drag something out. Don't do that, Capricorn. Nope, you didn't. Good job. Let's see. All right. Oh, let's see. Oh, the Tree of Life. It's upside down. Yeah, not part of your long-term root system. Possibly not family, but also not part of your long-term roots or branches. This was not something that you were meant to provide shade to indefinitely or support for as a root. Roots in the upright. This is family, longevity we're talking about. Okay. These roots they just don't up and leave. They're with me forever. This was not one of those. At some point they were going to take their leave. Okay. They were supposed to. And also, yeah, that tree wouldn't grow. Perhaps you were hoping to have a family with this person. It didn't work out that way. It's not what they wanted. It's not what you wanted. Okay. They were not the one. Okay. And even if, like, they weren't the main guy. So, empowerment. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. Anti-empowerment. I cannot stand up for this, or I don't know how to stand up for this, or I don't have the commitment and energy in me to stand up for this. But they weren't the one, is what I'm taking from that. Okay? They couldn't stand up to this. You know, be it the main male or the main female, if they were upside down, I would have said the same thing. Anti-empowerment. They don't know what to stand up for, what to believe in, and that you also, in turn, should not stand up for this either. It does not lend to your sense of self and security. It takes away from. Okay? All right. Numbers 1 and 5 might be important to some of you. Okay. We have the arrow of Sag. May your arrow strike home. Cupid's arrow as well. We have the medallion of Cancer. For some of you, one of the surrounding energies that was in here possibly is Cancer. You might have some very strong Cancer in your chart. We have the stingray, sign of Scorpio. But, yeah, just moving along with the feelings. Keep going with the flow. Okay. And then we have the goldfish in reverse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We went from a not flow of feelings to a flow of feelings. Okay. A lot of water action. No, they're all here. Look at that. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Ah, look at that. So you might have some very prominent water in your chart. But yeah, we can see where we're not feeling things to kind of moving forward. Okay. All right, Capricorn, honey. Good job. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.